2, maintenance, building, and fixtures. So we're still in the detention 19.3 for the public. We renamed that line, and it does seem high, 10,000. But remember, they have how many extra toilets and sinks
and all that. Yep.
that they're having to do.
Yep.
And then we've got the drug testing stayed the same, the 482-2. Vehicle expense, they came to 6,000. I think we could probably go to 5,000, but they did say their one van is getting, or their one transport vehicle is starting to age. The vehicle expense,
Telephone?
Yeah.
telephone.
And I forgot to say the vehicle expense, the fuel for the jail comes out of that as well. So.
So maintenance and fuel.
Okay.
And how many vehicles fall under the vehicle expense?
4.
So then the phone, the 461, I guesstimated. I haven't seen a contract. I don't know.
Okay.
I went by your guys' meeting minutes where you approved the new cell phone plan. And that was on July 1st, and it was said that it was going to be,
So is that all the jail staff too on that cell phone plan?
So I think in the jail there was only one phone, or there wasn't any phone added. No phones added. They were just lines that were replaced from Verizon to.
Okay.
We just have the jail captain has a phone. We have 2 for the sergeants, and then we have 1 that's for the medical only. That's in the medical room.
Okay.
so how many is that?
4.
4?
I believe there's 4.
And do most of them stay there, or when they're doing a transport, they have the cell phone, or is that kind of how that works?
Yeah, the for the most part they just use their personal. They're not like using it for cases and that kind of stuff like the patrol deputies are. So.
Okay.
Then secure juvenile hold, 35,000. I don't know where we were at.
Because they have to be brought to Coeur d'Alene to be, because it's an expensive.
Yeah, I don't know where we're at
Where we're at currently.
35.
currently.
And then the next one will be custodial supplies.
Never mind, this is too old. Yeah, custodial supplies. Where are we at?
We're about at like 28,000 or 20 right now on secure juvenile hold, just for reference.
28 now.
Yep. Right in there.
So that one may. And how much does that usually? Do you have bigger months, or is it just pretty much always the same?
The secure juvenile hold is all based on whether or not we get juveniles who are committing bad crimes.
Okay.
If we have juveniles not committing crime, then they charge us by the day.
Okay.
So if we all of a sudden end up with a group of juveniles, like 4 or 5 that all commit crimes and that are major, we could end up with major expense there, but we've been holding pretty steady in that, $30,000 to $40,000 range every year for the most part. So
19,3449 custodial supplies for the jail. 15,000. We actually renamed that line. $15,000. So what we did is we took the company Walter Nelson. I brought Walter Nelson's up. I took the $6,000 that we spend on this side out of it, and they divided the custodial between the jail and then on the sheriff or the building side or the sheriff's side. I'm not sure which. Can't remember. But so that's all their cleaning supplies, their toilet paper, their hand towels.
Okay.
Office supplies, we kept at 1,000. Travel, we went down to 0, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is where it starts getting funky. Life insurance went up. Workman's comp went up 10,000.
What's driving that? Just
Our state insurance fund, that's that mod number. It did it to everybody's. State unemployment went down a bit. Dental insurance stayed the same. I added back in the VEBA. Medical insurance went down a bit. But it went down, and we added VEBA. And the insurance the workman's comp went up. So it was, we didn't even recoup.
Okay.
Retirement down just a smidge. Compensated absences we kept the same. Holidays worked, they went up $3,000. Overtime they went up $2,500. The salary cook's wage stayed the same. New hires stayed the same. Reserve officers stayed the same. Jailers stayed the same, and jail administrators stayed the same.
Okay.
And that's how we got to that amount.
Now to the sheriff.
Building, no, we go
Maintenance.
to building 19.2.
Okay.
37. Okay, we can start from the top up here.
Okay.
The fill-in stayed the same. Okay, so new hire, I still have it the 13,000. Did we get rid of that or not? I was so tired by the end of it.
That was for the
Part-time hours for janitor?
Part-time hours for janitor.
Yeah, we currently have someone working doing janitorial work, so
So that can go to 0.
yeah, and then just move it to the janitor's line.
Yeah, because you have janitors at 0, and you got that new hire, so to just flip over to the.
Yeah.
Right, number stays the same, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter where it's at on there.
Okay. But you do have somebody hired, so it's not.
Yeah, there's someone actively
Right.
working it right now.
Okay. Okay. And then maintenance, 405-1 stayed the same. Overtime stayed the same. Compensated absences stayed the same. Retirement stayed the same. Social Security, Medicare stayed the same. Medical insurance went down. VEBA went back up to $750. Dental insurance went down. State unemployment stayed the same. Workman's comp went up 1,000. Life insurance went down. Supplies, 449 supplies. We went from 1,000 to 1,500. Heat stayed the same. Sewer, solid waste, power, water. And then the very bottom one, 19,294 maintenance, building and fixtures. It went to 20,000. So I don't know how that will be 20,000 because we have that line item, a maintenance building fixture, also in
The jail.
the detention part. So and without having true numbers, I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know if we put more in the safety building and take some out of the detention center. Because at some point the building is the building.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, I mean, I appreciate that they're wanting to try and capture exactly what the jail is costing too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is such a big expense.
Right. But as it sits right now, there's 30,000. I mean, if you add up.
For building and
Yeah.
fixtures. But there's a lot of toilets in there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of.
Sinks. And
So I don't know that the maintenance building and fixtures really would need 20,000. I mean, I don't think we even have 20,000 on our side. If you could remember correctly.
I think we probably have about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I would assume we have triple the fixtures-ish.
Well,
Put all the
yeah.
jail stuff.
Right.
If you just
Right,
do the
but-
building side of it, take the jail out of it. But
Maybe 110.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Lower than before. Is that good? About.
Yeah, we have 18,000 on this side. So I can't imagine that you would need 20,000 on your side for the building itself because we've separated the building and
you
the
wanna
jail.
put,
Yeah, you've
you want
got
to
'em
put that
separated.
back over on the jail? Is that what you're saying?
Well, the jail has got
10,000.
10,000, so maybe we go.
if you look at historically what our buildings cost to maintain, it's the lowest in the last since 2023 has been 16,000. It's been as high as 32,000 one year, and that's still while the jail maintenance was over in expense.
Because I don't know the number, but something like triple the fixtures of this building.
Right.
But you guys have 18,000 to do a third of.
There's also, don't forget, the new lines that are going to cover some of that stuff that was getting put into some of those things as well that are getting separated
Like the
out.
miscellaneous.
You know, the coffee
and-
pots and stuff like that were kind of getting thrown into
Yeah. Different
some
lines.
of the same spots. So,
And they kind of need to they need to stay within their.
right, so separating it out is going
Absolutely.
to make it a lot easier to track that.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
make sure you think about that when you're
Well, and
looking at those lines too, that those were
Madam
separated.
Clerk, back up on 40501, what's the difference between that maintenance and maintenance building fixtures? I'm just looking at the safety.
Maintenance is anything that you need to use to fix the building and the fixtures. Your fasteners, a drill bit, a hammer,
Okay.
batteries, everything. Their whole entire life runs on batteries.
What? No, 40501 is in maintenance. That's the maintenance guy.
Yes, that.
Oh,
That's not actual
I
maintenance
was
on the
gonna
building.
say that's.
oh,
That's the position.
oh, good catch.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Mm.
Yeah, which we probably need to make sure we name that in a way that we know that.
Salary?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's worker.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes more sense. Thank
it's not really salary, it's wages.
Wages.
Okay, but you're saying that the building's running 16 to something in maintenance. We have 20 here and we have in the jail budget 10. We've got 30 set aside for building and fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
Is that,
I think that's pretty reasonable based off our historical trends and what we've done. And even like repairing the roof, we're gonna have to ask for, you know, grant money to fix that. That would eat the whole maintenance and then some, but
Yeah, the building's falling apart.
So do you see anything coming ahead for the 25, 26 on the building and fixtures? I know you said you were working on offices last week. You said something about remodeling offices.
Well, we got that approved out of last budget, so we already have the carpet that we're laying ourselves and some paint, but that's not really going to be a maintenance issue per se. Yeah, it's a hard one to predict. It's
Because
he said,
that's
the
falling
roof.
under building and fixtures.
Yeah.
If you did carpet and things like
Mhm.
that, that falls under that.
yeah.
I mean, maybe a couple thousand, that type of thing, but the big ones are going to be the ones that we can't see coming, like the roof, because the whole building's very, very old. Or like the sewage problems in the basement. So that
The
one, I guess we
roof
could
we
foresee.
had a meeting about.
Yep.
You guys were going to get bids on that.
Yep.
And we already discussed where that's.
Yeah, we should go. Yep.
The one we have every year is the sewage in the basement. I would
And
say.
that should have been, because I directed you guys to get a bid on that as well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
So originally when I did this, I started at the B budget and worked up because I was, all the cuts that
Okay.
I was trying to save personnel. So
Okay.
I cut it too much
Okay.
to where their operations, they weren't going to be able to operate
Okay.
their business.
Mhm.
Which then really puts us over. So if we were going to try and hit that mark, then we're going to have to look at the D budget and the A budget. So now let's start with the sheriff. Are we done with that? Are we done
Yeah.
discussing?
Yeah.
And we're keeping the 20,000. Okay. So 19.1. Let's actually start on the B budget with that and work our way up. So that would be page 36 on 19.1.
Mhm.
Lease and radios, 5,000.
Mhm.
New line item 19.18063, equipment for just dispatchers. They would like to see what that is. And I didn't put on here, so remind me, what is equipment for dispatchers?
Equipment for dispatchers.
Yeah.
That could be anything like a headset,
Okay,
that kind of stuff.
yeah. I knew it was headset for their phone systems. Okay. So then 19.1806-2, search and rescue. We did 3,500. I had originally put 5,000 because I felt like we were always going over, but they said they could do it for 35. And then equipment patrol is the 19.1806.
Yeah, search and rescue is one I don't remember talking about.
It's going to be very difficult to do it for 35.
Yeah.
Do you get donations? for search and rescue at all?
Very little. That was one of the things that the grant is going to cover that one deputy was working on. She's on our backcountry team, and she's going to continue to do that. But the amount of equipment we have to maintain for just search and rescue alone, and do you have an estimate? I mean, it's
Yeah.
$100,000, maybe more. Plus swapping out from snow tracks to regular tires to the
Yep.
oil changes to everything, and that's if nothing else goes seriously wrong. I think
And
5,000
most of the
is low.
donations, I think, go to the Silver Valley Search and Rescue Group.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if we've ever gotten one for our office, but
It would definitely be.
What did we
asking
have it
for
at before? What was
Yes.
what was
I
it?
think originally it was $5,000 was the amount.
It's 5,000 or 6,000. I can't remember.
Yeah, let me find it here. It's 806. Yeah, if you look at 2023, we spent $49.85. 2024, $52.84. Right now, we're at $49.30.
And again, I think a lot is getting dumped into that.
Not in search and
Shouldn't be
rescue.
in search and rescue. That's one that actually is super unique to where it's everything out there in that shed out at the Osborne yard. And a few items at the office, but it's pretty easily defined.
Where is my? Do I? I left my packet sitting there, I bet. The one that I had all those notes on. Oh, no, here it is. Oh, yep. It should be 5,000. I don't know where I got 3,500 from.
Okay.
Oh my God, where is it at? Search and rescue. Fix to 5,000. Do you have it? What did I do with it? Oh. Okay, so then equipment patrol, that's a new line item. 40,000. So what comes out of the equipment patrol are their flares, their tasers, their body cameras. Am I in the right spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Tasers, body cameras, their med kits, all of that kind of handcuffs, vests.
So do you and vests come out of that? I thought
Yep.
they came out of the uniforms.
No, they've been coming off equipment.
Okay. So again, if there's any big purchases or anything that need to be done, please let the clerk know this
Mhm.
year, so we can get that in the comments section for next budget season.
Yeah.
Okay. You want that now or later?
If you already know of things that are going to be coming out in the 2025-26 that you have to get,
I know.
I don't mind knowing now some of those.
Okay. 8 body cams, 3 stop sticks, approximately 3 laptops. Of course, these numbers can vary always. 3 radios, vehicle replacement equipment. We just had another crash last night. 40 mic launcher and ammo for it, along with the items that Madam Clerk just said, and that's
8 body cams, 3 radios.
I can go through the list again. 8 body cams, 3 stop sticks, 3 laptops, 3 radios, vehicle replacement equipment, 40 mic launcher and ammo for it. And then, of course, you have the vests are coming, I believe, in 2027, so which means we'll have to look at those numbers and see if we buy extra of these with us, because the vests are a huge expense. So to work that out in 2027, we might have to front load this year some other equipment. A 40 mil. Oh, sorry. It's for launching like gas or non-lethal, is what it is. It goes under.
So you need 8 more body cams because you did purchase some already in this budget.
So we'll need at least 8 every year, and the reason being, if you go with the traditional, like if you see ISB set up, for example, or Kootenai or whoever else, their packages for our size would be, I think we just got a quote for $300,000 to $360,000. So we go for a much cheaper option, and that's the body cams, which means you have to buy them way more frequently, but they're a fraction of the cost overall yearly. So we're talking, I don't want to mess this number up in public session, but it's, let's say, $500 per body cam, so times 8, so whatever that is significantly cheaper than $300,000 to $360,000 a year. Because it all has personal storage and battery, which does mean it burns out faster.
What's a stop something?
A stop stick. Those are for ending pursuits. So we're slowly replacing our...
Which we've had 2 pursuits this weekend.
Yes, 2
And
pursuits this weekend.
Hence the wreck. We pitted someone,
Oh, yeah.
and then we, who was endangering everybody, driving erratically, and then we had a kid yesterday who was trying to ram people and ended up wrecking our patrol car.
Yeah, and injuring a deputy.
Seriously?
Not, well, it's a little too soon to tell. He got hit in the head pretty good. The wrist, we're still finding out if it's going to be a fracture or not, and then he's got damage to his hand and the neck.
Okay, so we got 40,000 for that. Software purchases and subscriptions, we got 650, and this is with me not knowing exactly what they have. So it's like your Microsoft, Adobe, Grammarly, Tracer. And that's what I could put my fingers on and find. I don't know what else there is. And then,
To me, that seems pretty low. What do you think? Because we
On
only have 2 people with Adobe as it is, which we kind of, it's slowing us down.
So
I think we
our last workshop, nobody gathered any of that information as requested by the VOCC for subscriptions.
As far as I go, I've been
Go to
out
the
on
clerk.
these.
I think after we went through it the other day, I think we're good where we set it at.
At 650.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
new equipment, computer scanner for 2,000 in the 800 line. New development we took out the 2,000.
Okay.
Although we could always, no, because those laptops you were talking about are for the police
Correct.
cars. Okay.
Yeah, we can go ahead and cancel that.
Okay, concealed weapons renewal, 5,000. 191558. That is a new. We renamed that line. Excuse me. 13. So 1,300 investigations. They're staying with 4,700.
Okay.
Ammunition, 191556-1. That is a new line item because they wanted to separate the weapons and the ammunition.
I don't have that on there. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys don't have it?
I do.
Do you? Where's that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you doing your old book?
No, I'm
Or
doing the
the
one
one-
you emailed me.
I'm looking
I
at-
have it on the one she emailed.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Okay.
I had put 5,000 originally for when it was one line item called weapons/ammunition. I'd said 5,000, but they wanted to separate that out,
Mhm.
and they went with ammunition for 8,000 and weapons for 2,000. So we're at 10,000 still there. And then training. I had requested 20. They are saying 32,000.
So who this coming year needs to have mandated training
Every
for
deputy.
school?
Mandated.
Because you guys you're not doing the training, correct? In-house?
We do a lot
Yeah.
of training in-house,
Okay.
but we have.
I'm just trying to see that 32,000, like, where are they going? What's the cost?
So it's a wide variety from investigations to IA investigations to.
And where do they usually get sent for the schooling?
It depends. We try to make it local because it's cheaper. So it really depends. We're sending a guy for taser research because that's another mandatory. We teach that in house, but he has to go, I believe, every year for that. That one is very difficult to find local. I think we're sending him to Wenatchee or something. It's the closest one they had. Major crime scene investigation was Montana. Kootenai's getting better at putting on training, so we try to send as many
Okay.
there as we can.
If
a
it's
long list.
anything like, major, could you guys, I know I keep saying this and I'm repetitive, but if there's certain trainings, I know I watched one
And what is
department.
mandated? What's the mandated training versus all the training? I know you don't want to give up in training, but
So the mandated training
is how many hours
is-
per person?
is
Like
not
the
a lot.
core.
The mandated training is not a lot. However, it will increase our liability exponentially. So
Yeah, the mandated is 40 hours of split between firearms, legal updates, EVOC, which is your teaching you how to drive fast, and then your ARCON, your arrest control, which is your arrest techniques. I think that's then taser.
and then all the certs for the instructors for those different
Yeah.
things would be mandated.
So does everybody go to instructor or investigative classes, or
No.
just your investigator?
Select. You trying to pretty much what you do is you take the available talent you have in an agency, the people you have, and you start seeing what they're good at. Some guys are really good at working DUIs. Some guys might be really good and passionate about working drug crimes. Some guys are passionate or portray they would have a good at dealing with child crime, let's say, or abuse. So you take those people and you try to develop those skills in them, because you want to keep them well-rounded, but you need people who are good in those certain fields, or crime doesn't get solved, and people that should be in jail don't end up in jail. So you have to take those, find the trainings that are applicable for that certain skill, and you have to try and find it as close as you can. Locally, Kootenai is getting better, because if we can send them to Kootenai, we try to hold off, because usually what comes out every year is a training calendar on the post website. And it gets updated and stuff, and you try to hold off and be like, okay, that's coming up in Kootenai or Spokane, where we don't have to get hotels, and that's usually what kills us, is trying to find these trainings, and the hotel is what kills us in food. And so
you have quite a few this year that are going to need more training this
Every year.
upcoming.
every year, yep.
We have a very young group, so they're not even well-rounded until they get 5 years. And then interview courses is a necessity for all of them, because that one directly reflects solving crime rate.
Training is
What
not
do they have in
very.
the last couple of years? What was their training been?
Do you have anything from
33.7 last year. 33.7 the year before was budgeted.
this budgeting?
Yeah.
Oh, I see that there.
Okay, so going up, we to 554-1. That is a new line item. Again, we separated it out from the uniforms, put $1,000 in it, and then up above it, we did 17,000 for uniforms. So
I have a question on the badges, because the last session we were talking about badges and rank and insignia and all that. Is that included in there, or is it just badges in that line?
badges and insignias.
So that would be low then.
Yeah, we probably do.
If you're including insignia.
Yeah, we need to take some from the uniforms and move it into.
I will say it'd be easier if it was just badges, and then we can include insignia and uniforms. Then that would be fine.
Yeah. I guess it all depends on how we want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm good with either one.
But we did badges and insignia on the other one.
Yes.
So to be consistent, why don't
Yeah.
we keep it there?
So
The other sheriff's saying take some out of uniforms and put it in badges.
So we'll go from 17,000 in uniforms down to 16,000, and then add the 1,000 into badges.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let me write that per sheriff. Okay. The teletype, which is the 551, stayed the same. Radio communications. This is on page 35, 191549, 5,000 stayed the same. Community service, workman's comp, 250 stayed the same. 544, printing binding, is going to 500. Postage at 5,000. Dues and subscriptions. What I could put my fingers on, I think it's going to be 6,800. Pounds and fees, 525 stayed the same. RMS maintenance and IT is 56. Copier rental 6,000. Medical drug test, pre-employment 3,000. Vehicle expense is 70,000.
So
That's
why are we moving up to 70,000 from 65,000? We have how many new vehicles?
We're on projection to hit 95,000, right? Or 90,000 in vehicle repairs this year. Is that right?
Yeah, we're.
So how many
That's
new
okay.
vehicles do you have? Because you have 2 new admin vehicles too,
have-
correct?
Yes, but that only adds to roughly 140, 160,000 mile patrol vehicles to the fleet, which is problematic. We have the 4 patrol vehicles in the last 2 years. Then we just got an additional 2, so six in the last 3 years.
so that vehicle was decided per sheriff on last Friday evening. Is how we came up with that.
Yeah, we
Everything.
cut back from what our original request was and just trying to find middle common ground on where we've been falling the last few years, and because we've been going over budget every year in that line, and so to ask for less on something we obviously have an issue with doesn't make sense. So we kind of determined, okay, let's just settle at 70, and then if there comes major expenses at the end of the year, or there may be a few vehicles that are sitting there waiting to be repaired until the next budget, and they're expensive to maintain.
And it was one of our newer charges. Unfortunately, it's bad news for everybody. It was one of our newer charges last night that was used to ram a vehicle, causing them. This is thrown out there, probably 8,000 damage, but it was used to save another officer's life potentially. So that's a huge chunk of a budget right there.
So then in fuel, they originally, in the very beginning, had asked for 90,000. I had put 92,000, and then on that Monday that we had the meeting, it went up to 95,000.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now back to 91,000 per sheriff on
Okay.
8/29/25.
All right.
Just so everybody knows, the Energy Information Administration did put out their forecast. According to them, their forecast for fuel to average to $2.90 a gallon. And you can look it up. So it actually, they see a decrease, not an increase in fuel.
And I have, now when I did this, do you have a more accurate one? Because on 8/4, I had us about here.
Yeah.
What do you,
Mine, I think I have one from age 12. Let me look. A little closer. Yeah, I had about 83,000 on 8/12.
okay,
So
so,
we're probably like right at the end of our budget.
yeah.
But
So
I mean, that's fine if you want
90
to cut us a little bit.
we can stay with the
But
91.
what happens?
91.
Yeah, what happens is we end up just you just limit what your guys. You get towards the end of the budget and you're going way over or whatever. You have to limit what they can do. So you have to tell the guys, okay, you can't
Well,
put.
I
You
wouldn't
can't.
let them drive home.
A lot of them
either.
we don't, but
And then,
we don't save fuel by having them park here. So, because we manage a whole big county, this isn't necessarily a central location.
okay, so then telephone is still very tricky because I've yet to see a contract. So, for their cell phone piece of it, I know their Ziply piece of it, or their landline piece. So I'm at like, so it's 11,050
Uh-huh.
if we reimburse Lance $600 a month, or excuse me, $600
Dang,
for the
I'll take
year.
$600
Right,
a month.
no.
I went on that.
It was supposed to be
So
lower than that.
so I think
We lowered that down.
we did, yes. So so it would be 10,450.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem. That one,
Oh wait, no. No.
We already took it out when we did that number.
So it's 11,000.
When we did that number, we'd already factored in that mine was going down a little bit, and that
11,050.
because it's already written right there to 480.
So that's 450. Yeah, so about 11,000. And again, you guys, I don't know. I haven't seen a contract.
Okay.
We did do $700 in a miscellaneous for that item that gets purchased that you don't know where to put,
Okay.
that doesn't really fit into anything. And then if it fits in any other line item, it needs to go there.
Okay.
We can't use this as a slush fund. It's just for that
Okay.
piece. I took out administration costs,
Okay.
1,500 for computer supplies,
Mm-hmm.
ink toners, mouse, keyboards, that kind of stuff. Office supplies, 3,500.
Mm-hmm.
Life insurance went down a tad. Our workman's comp went up 20,000+.
Yep.
State unemployment went down a tad to 25,181. Dental insurance down a tad. I put back in the VEBA. The medical insurance is 501,902. Is that what you have? I think I'm pretty correct on. I thought maybe it went down, but I think we have all the new hires in there. 150. 505, yep, that's what I have. And then retirement went down a tad to 277,659. Compensated absences we kept the same. Holidays worked at the 32,500. The shift differential. Overtime, we went up in overtime, right?
I have 53,000 is what the last conversation I was in on, so that's the numbers I put in for the.
Oh, per sheriff on Friday, 8/29, she went to 45. Oh yeah, it says that right there.
Yep. In that little note right there.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's why we put them
Well, there was so much going on that night. Salary reserves, 35,000. Yeah, I'm tired.
That's cut down from the 72,000 overall.
Yes. And then dispatch is the same. Field deputies, we went up in field deputies.
Not from our amount we're at this year, just from what you had.
Right,
us
what
down.
I had. Correct.
We actually cut a position.
I do have a question. I know Sheriff Lindsay brought up in the levy meeting that 3 have quit recently.
Mm-hmm.
I know of 1. Do you, I mean,
They're not all deputies. So far we have 1 deputy that quit. We have our civil clerk who quit, and then our maintenance guy who's looking for work elsewhere right now. He's got absent at the mine. So
And one more deputy said he was going to.
yeah.
So we've had a civil clerk, 1 deputy.
And that deputy was just recent due to the budgets, or?
Yeah, is he, are we still paying him right now?
Right now, the one that said he's going to quit.
No, just
Well,
the ones that
That's
actually
split,
have
'cause
terminated.
I've only
Terminated.
seen 1 that I've signed.
Correct.
That
Yep.
quit.
Matthew Weingart. Is that the one you're referring to?
No, I mean your clerk. Is
Oh.
the only
Yeah.
one recent.
Him as well.
So he was recent too,
He was pretty recent.
like the past month or 2. Or?
No, not a month. It was 3 months.
Yeah, it was
So
like
should we
within
know
3
that?
months.
Yeah.
3 months?
So is
As
he?
soon as budget stuff
He
started.
was our open position.
He was your open position.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I needed to know. I wasn't sure.
Pretty much we're just trying to give them some hope that they'll be okay and they'll stay with us and we don't have to rehire 5 or 6 people. But
Oh,
And then office deputies, and then stayed the same, and then the elected officials.
so could you guys explain to me, because I'm a little lost on the pay matrix and your bumps. How do you get those bumps? Because it's not longevity, it's a raise.
So our matrix follows the longevities.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the longevities, and then we have certification level. So you have through the Idaho Post standards, you have certification levels based off on your years of experience, and it's set in Idaho standards. College credits can be counted towards that if you have college. Some of them do, some don't. And then your total post-credited hours. Based upon that, you reach your basic certification level after you go to the academy. So after you graduate academy, obviously we give you your first
Mhm.
bump.
Is that
Basic.
is that post?
That's post. Yep. All these
Okay, so
are based off of post.
okay, because once you go to post, you go up a step. Am I correct?
Yep.
And then when you go up that step, you're into basic.
Yep.
Okay. So then the next step.
The next step is intermediate, which is usually your deputies that have about 4 years. In the jail, it's about 6 to 7 years because it's harder to get post-credited training hours. And then from there, so that gets your intermediate level,
Okay. So you got a basic.
intermediate, and advanced.
Okay.
That's the only thing that you guys are calling bumps.
Well,
And the advanced, you don't get, very few people will get it.
did they say from intermediate?
You have to have college credits to get intermediate. I don't have this. Yeah, or yeah, to get advanced, I mean. Most deputies hit their intermediate patrol deputies about year 4 to 5.
Okay.
Well, when we first started, the original, their wage was like huge, but they had these steps and grade, whatever you want to call them. Plus, they were asked also to put in that 3%.
Okay.
So you take out that 3% and just do their step in grades with their matrix, and it's about 36,300.
Okay.
The majority of that is longevities.
Okay. So
The post, basic to intermediate,
Yeah,
the
they're
longevity is separate.
yeah, they're
longevity separate.
Yeah.
okay.
This is just your longevity is.
I didn't bring that.
Did I bring it?
No, I don't know if I have the total.
Well, can I see that list real quick?
so
Look at it.
this budget, what you were what's the number you were looking at, clerk?
Pardon?
What was the number you're looking at? We have right now this budget before us is $5,348,17. What is the number that the break-even point?
The 500. The $5,055,265 that I suggested
55,265.
is the one that I suggested, but because I put in what they're asking for, and it turns the L2 just.
So, but what I'm saying is, what we're looking at, and I'm Commissioner Dose. This is regarding the levy. This would be what would be necessary to get them through the next year. What would be that amount?
From levy monies?
No, before the levy kicks in, it carries over to levy if the levy passed, I believe is the question. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
The supplemental levy?
Yes.
All he's asking is the difference.
The
It's the
difference.
difference from what we have in the budget to what you project that we.
What you project that what would that amount be between the two?
Well, we need to see where they come in at. What's happening is there's never enough money for them to do their carryover. Last year, they were down, I think, like 1.1 million that we had to cover. And this year, it's going to be, anywhere between $700,000 and $990,000 that they're not gonna have, because they won't have that 25% carryover. So this is the cycle that, because they get their budget and they put every bit of it into their line item, and then there's not enough to carry them over.
But what I'm asking is what would carry them? What's the amount? So you show that we can only do $5,055,265.
Yes.
Okay. And then we have $5 million, so we're about $300,000 difference.
Yeah.
So, and that's with them receiving 57% of this L2 levy money of 3.3 million. Now, this is yours, but this is where I got it to fit. I put in that new budget, and I can't, it just turned everything red.
Okay, so we're about
We're 329,266.
329,266.
Well, approximately that. I mean, I think, didn't you guys catch
That
a
overtime change will change your workman's comp slightly too. Probably not a bunch, but.
Oh, good catch on that. What did we go down to?
And so basically this is, we're talking about the budget and how this is gonna work out until the end. We know that the,
And if their supplemental levy passes, then we
Yeah.
can always open the budget back up for them in their,
I just found out it doesn't go through.
It
until-
doesn't-
No, this would, whatever we get is what would have to carry us over for a whole year. Yep. Till it
unless we, and that's the thing, is we've gotta discuss whether, if, you know, how to fund this. Do we fund it with how it's set now with the lower part, and if the budget passes, or if that does come through, then we open it? Or, you know, what was everybody's thinking on it? What are we gonna do with it?
Are you talking about like what we're going to discuss tomorrow with that?
No, yeah, but we're in a budget hearing, so
Right.
we can discuss how we're gonna fund this budget. So, and that's kind of what, my question is how are we gonna fund this budget? Do we run it, you know, if we decide, we gotta decide today, but if we,
with this budget at the 5,000, or the 5,055,000, I have them projecting that I can put my fingers on, like 4.9 million. Is what I have them, and they usually get 5.2, 5.3 million. It kind of seems to be the history. But yet we budget, you know, we start budgeting low, and there's still not enough money for the carryover. And I can't seem to figure out how that drive is working, what that is. Because if you're receiving more of the revenues than what you anticipate, I think we're just, from what I see, is I think we're doing expenditures. It doesn't match up. Our revenue's not matching our expenditures. Our expenditures are greater when we do the budget. Is what I'm.
What's the average burn rate a month? Do you know? Have you averaged any of that?
I would have to go up and run a report, but
on our department, it's like about 440,000.
I was just gonna say, I want to say like the 450-ish mark, give or take. When I went back to like 23, 22, I studied that one a little bit, and Sheriff Gunderson, and then talking with Lance, Sheriff Gunderson only had 16 deputies, but always had 2 open positions.
That's fun.
That he never filled them. He just used those. We're at 19.
They were filled at times, but we just, at that time, Sheriff Gunnarsson came forward with a goal of retaining deputies 5 years.
Right.
That's how this all originally started.
Right.
You want
Like
to
we
retain who we have.
we
Yes.
wanna crack down on the meth in the valley.
Right.
We want to retain deputies for 5 years, and he
Right.
achieved his goal, but it's costing a lot of money to do it, and that's what changed was
But when
they
he
finally invested in our office. We cracked down on meth. We've retained our deputies. His goal was achieved, but there was an expense to it, and now the county has to decide if they want to bear that expense and continue to do that, or if they want to go back to like we were, where we cycle through new
Well,
5 to 6 deputies every
Ultimately, I
year.
think that that's the goal with the wage study,
Mm-hmm.
you know, is to get everybody
Part of it,
on
yeah.
one pay matrix.
but
that
that's
does need to
but
happen
that's what
in
I
this
saw happen is when he proposed all of this, he had 16 people, 2 positions that never, besides the sheriff, 2 positions that he never did. He maybe in and out or something, but didn't
We
fill
were
a
always
lot.
down like 3 to
So-
4. We had 5 on average 4 to 5 patrol deputies quit per year at that time.
I think her point
So-
is we're at 19 now, so
Yeah.
so going from that 16 where
and
the plan was,
this
it
new
just
pay
keeps
matrix,
growing.
It's
But-
growing.
so-
it's
but-
unsustainable. We can't seem to
But
be
really,
doing it.
what we've got to look at is how we're going to move forward.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's my question here. I think, if, because we're decided on a budget today. And we've got to decide, are we going to, and how is it going to be funded? The clerk kind of gave an idea that we could do the lower budget at 555, and if that passes, then we could reopen the budget. Or what's the other ideas about funding?
Well, it's been discussed that we could use LETCF again. We did last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much yet. When I added up, the difference between the $5,055,000 and the $5,348,000 is $292,000.
Right. I was just going to say, I said 555, but I think that then at one point we got to the 530. I don't know. There's a whole lot of them going on.
Well, and Viva wasn't counted in
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. And that SIF, that workman's comp, really. I'm assuming that as this gets done, then we're going to go in and start looking at everybody's carryover, making sure they have enough and who needs, I am pretty certain that they're going to have help with that, with some carryover, like they did last year. How much at this moment, I don't know, because I have to look at today's numbers.
The carryover is to fund
October, November, December,
but
and
it
January.
doesn't. The carryover doesn't fund the budget itself. It funds. It does and it doesn't. The carryover isn't added into the budget. I mean, I was going to think about that, looking at that. Maybe we should have a line item and make it added. But the thing is, the carryover isn't about the budget, because the budget's the budget. If you're going to spend $2 million one year and you spend $2 million, and carry over the 25%, the carryover is kind of over and above
Wait,
what the budget is, right?
but you have to have it.
I understand that. But to fund it, that's what we're looking at right now, is funding. And that's what we need to decide by 4 o'clock.
It doesn't
how we're
have to
gonna-
be decided at 4. The public hearing is at 4. But we cannot pass a budget. I thought
by
today
law-
was
by-
just,
By law, we cannot pass
I
a
thought
budget.
this was public comments today.
No, we are passing the budget today. By law, we can't pass an underfunded budget.
It's a lot.
So we have to either fund it or figure out a way. And we can't make the decision now because this is not a decision. So there's two different ways we can do that. So we'll have to make, that'll have to be in our budget hearing.
So on the calendar, we do the open, on the clerk's calendar, it says open, or, to do your public comments, and then we have until next Monday to approve it, which I would like to do, like, probably maybe Friday.
Okay, so we have till next Monday to,
So we can hear public comments, and then it would be, personally, that would be a slap in the face for the public to come in and talk, and then you pass a budget and you didn't even hear what they said because you've already decided what you're going to do. So, but we have to have it done by next Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'll need to put in the numbers for the L2. That doesn't give me enough time to do that.
okay.
Should be better if we could do it by Thursday or Friday.
I would love to. I like Friday afternoon. Because there are some things, some little tweaks that we're finding here and there that we need to, address.
Yeah, this is public. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking today was it.
Yeah, no, today is not it. But yes, we definitely need to get on it. Now, with the revenue that I brought up, which I didn't bring because I didn't know that we'd be going into this aspect, whatever budget you decide, I mean, if you decide to do this one, the whatever it is, the 5.3, then we need to come back to the table and see where we're going to find that money and take out of someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to
And that's what I was.
So
kinda
that's,
indicating. We've got two options.
yes. So somebody, however you want to split it, doesn't matter to me. But there isn't all of this extra to do both. We can't fund everybody at their thing and fund this 5.3.
Okay.
So if they get 5.3, then we need to come back over and figure out where we can take out some in another area.
Okay.
290 some thousand.
What is, well, I said the 50, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, going off your 555.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was
No.
today, and I was just like, oh, great.
And I know that last,
Nothing like crunch time.
Right.
I love it.
I know that last year, the clerk brought that to you guys and said, listen, this is circling around and it's gonna catch up. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
It caught up. And any of the extras,
Right. You robbed Peter to pay Paul, and now Peter's broke. That's the easiest way.
well, I mean, and I don't know how much, and that's kind of a, we'll be working on that because now we have to close the books too. So when I gave you that sheet for the sheriff's department that said what they had in cash, what I anticipated them yet to collect, what I anticipated them yet to spend, yada, yada, yada. One of them on the board of prisoners, that is a gamble. I think I put a low amount, but I put over to the side could be as much as 110,000 because I don't know.
Right.
So I don't know what they've and what they're going to. So, I mean, it's those little things. Well, I mean, that's quite a significant difference because I don't remember how much I put on there.
Okay. So we can still discuss that. Okay. All right. I think what we're running out of time. We have another meeting that we were supposed to have at 10:30. So I thank everybody for being here and working through it.
Yeah.
So are you going to let me know what numbers I need to start plugging in? Or no?
No, we have to
We're
make
going to do
that.
the, okay.
We've got to make a
Okay,
decision.
yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
I
Okay,
knew that as soon as I said it.
all right.
More plug-in.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Plug in.
Thank you. And we